Good evening, guys. This is a one-take session, no edits, no cuts. It's not about private equity tonight. It's about Charlie Kirk. You guys got my video about how I felt about how the assassination was going, the dialogue between the FBI and the public, and it still made me feel kind of funny. But then I got inspired, and I put my head into the dirt, and I'm going to let you know what I dug up. And this is for Candace Owens. I know Candace Owens lost her best friend. I know she's getting a lot of pressure from everywhere to just keep it down. And you know, they said let authorities do the job or let anyone do the job. I'm going to tell you something, Candace. I'm trained for investigations. I know you probably don't know this part about me, and I don't need to go deep into it. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to show you what I've uncovered, okay? And I'll let you guys make the decision and the distinction of who you think is at fault for Charlie Kirk's murder. I'll also let you see the motives behind it all, the unspoken motives, and the merit behind it. So, or the lack thereof. But once again, this is a one-take session, no edits, no cuts. I just start talking. So, first, let's go ahead and look at a video, and let me show you what I found.
Has anyone checked on the guy that Charlie Kirk was talking to? The guy that was actually debating him? Obviously, Charlie's wife and his kids are what's most important here, but there's a man debating Charlie Kirk 10 feet away. And all of a sudden, he's no longer debating him. Somebody needs to check on that guy.
I agree. Somebody needs to check on the guy. So I did. And he's right here. His name's Hunter Kozak. Hunter Kozak, who is a left-leaning, diehard liberal, right? I mean, he was asking Charlie about transgender shooting when Charlie was getting assassinated. And it was like a setup in a lot of people's eyes if you understand the timing of the question and then the execution that happened. And I've looked at this guy's whole feed, like what he retweets, what he doesn't. We'll get back to that right now. But he actually retweeted this video as in to say, hey, or repost a video on TikTok, as in to say, hey, you guys should be checking in on me. I am checking in on you. I'm checking in on you because I'm trying to find out who you are. So this is who you are. I saw the interview, and what was great, you went straight to Channel 5 on YouTube, which a lot of people know how they put out information, but you went there, you said your piece, and you turned down every other national publication out there to not get any exposure, because you were saying that the FBI you were in communication with the FBI, and they had cleared you of any wrongdoing and all the above. I have a whole different view. You see, when I watched this interview right here and I heard you talk, I started thinking like a content creator. Hi, I actually make videos for the internet. And I was like, wait a minute. These are guys who are set out to become the next Charlie Kirk and or have these platforms. And I didn't know how big the platforms were, and I didn't know how far they reached until now. But when I look at you, Hunter, I mean, we can hear you.
And sort of the point that I was trying to make was that it's sort of a statistical outlier, that they're extremely underrepresented when it comes to how peaceful they are. Obviously, that question, pretty ironic given when it was given.
Even more ironic that the alleged shooter, has a boyfriend that is transitioning. I mean, that's pretty ironic, right? Maybe it's a really big coincidence. You asked that question, Charlie gets shot. So I went and looked up all your socials that you have them everywhere. One, you put there is a hot dog a sandwich, right? And that's in a response to what is a woman. At 27 minutes, I had to bear through that nonsense. And a lot of this is about ideologies, about gender specific, not sex. It's a really, if you're not a left-leaning liberal, these are hard videos to watch, guys. Okay, very hard videos to watch, and I won't put you through them. But what I did do, I started cruising the Discord, and this Discord is not active, guys. It is active as of after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, but it hasn't been active for years. So I was like, he hasn't really posted into this Discord, and I'm reading around all these channels, and I found out that you have a buddy here named Josiah. So you and Josiah do podcasts together just 2 to 3 years ago, and you were bragging at that time. But let me give you an example of what they say in these videos. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. This is Josiah and Hunter. I'll call him Hunter still, even though he goes by the name of Staxiums, or something like that. I don't even know how to say it. I don't care. But check this out. This is November 21st, 2022. There's a big significance why I say these dates and stuff, but I'll let you figure this out. This is a YouTube channel called Pondering Politics.
Mostly pros, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, my God, what cons? The only cons are the conservatives.
Hey, yo!
Hey!
Nice!
Guy.
Nice.
If you guys didn't hear, I'll
Yeah,
play it one
Paul
more
just
time.
said hello.
Hey,
we're
what's
gonna
up, Paul?
we're gonna be reviewing some debates, talking about Biden's record, talking about sort of pros and cons of his administration. Mostly pros, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, my God, what cons? The only cons are the conservatives.
Hey, yo!
Hey!
Nice.
So I'm guessing this is when he was left, but he was still soft. He wasn't as hardcore as he is today. To give you an example, this is a year ago. I'll even give you the date. Let's get the date on here. June 18th of last year.
Want to call them. This was the night before. This was the group that Trump was talking about. The ones shouting blood and soil. I can say a lot of other chants that they said that night, but I do think that it'll make my video get taken down. So, just to summarize, he was at a press conference for a veteran bill that he had just signed into law. He was asked at the press conference, how do you feel about the Charlottesville rally? And he says, look, there's bigots on both sides. What do you want me to say? His entire side says, obviously we want you to condemn the white supremacists. 2 days later, he goes, all right, fine, I'll condemn the white supremacists, but if you ask me directly, do I condemn them? I don't know, I'm still going to be wishy-washy. Trump is a fucking fascist, and we should never forget that.
So there you go. So now it's getting radicalized. Now it's getting really strong. Now his buddy, this is his buddy right here. His buddies hit the big time. Pondering Politics grew from having a no viewership type of channel. I'm talking about 100 views a video. I just showed you a video right here. This video has 116 views 2 years ago, live stream. Those two dudes. His live streams now and his videos, he has 600,000 followers. And he now, I mean, I believe he's printed 51 videos in the last, well, since the assassination. 51 videos and millions of views. This is who's profiting off of the death of Charlie Kirk. Now watch this. The buddy.
Number 3, one of the reasons I was so shook yesterday was because I learned, before I learned that Kirk had succumbed, I learned fairly late that a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, was actually at Kirk's event. He was actually the person that Kirk was speaking to and debating with when he was shot. So that had me shook too. I was thinking about my friend and my friend's safety and my friend's reaction to this and this traumatic event and the fact that my friend was in danger. Number 4.
So yes, we know you're reacting to your friend. So just so we're clear, this is what all the videos look like. It's Trump, Trump, Trump. It's Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel. You name it. It's Patel. It's everything. It's all. These are all since Charlie's been assassinated. I mean, these guys are disgusting. So they're all exploiting the same thing. Got it. We couldn't just get one video out of you. We had to get them all. So when I actually went here and I had to go see who they were, then I saw them start reposting things. Like reposting. Jimmy Kimmel has Supreme Court presidents on his side. He should sue the Trump administration. They started retweeting everything like they do, and even hateful comments. Trust me, I went through all of this stuff, guys. All of this. And strong leaning left comments. Something like this. Say it with me, kids. Trump administration is the greatest threat to free speech we've seen in a generation. It's not even close. Boom. Repost everything, right? Whether you can, how do you attribute everything to Trump? They give zero accountability for the people who say things, but I'll leave it alone. I'm just trying to get you the temperature in the room for the guys that actually were asking questions in this hornet's nest that Charlie was in. Charlie walked in and there was a gaggle of people that didn't react to his assassination the way I would have or the way that normal humans would. You saw people cheer. You saw people take credit for the shooting. You saw people not scatter. Like, One shot. This is not a mass shooting. This is an assassination. I focus on this guy because I want to show you this video. You go back to Hunter here. Hunter, who's hey, I'm just a guy who asked a question. I just wanted to debate Charlie Kirk. Is that all you were there to do, Hunter? Are you sure? Because when I look at your videos, I've seen that you go to Charlie events.
I mean, are
and
you in college?
Disguise yourself
No, I'm in high school.
as a
Do you
conservative
see
with the
that
47
sort of like
hat on,
LGBTQ
dress like a
ideology
conservative,
sort of like
fairly
infecting high
representable,
school?
and then you ask questions and you try to compromise people. You try to get them to say the wrong thing. It's okay. I mean, that's satire, right? But when I saw your videos, I didn't just look at the videos you make. I actually looked at the videos you repost.
I should be working right now. I'm not. I should be voting right now. I'm not. I should be wearing a suit right now. I'm not. Why? Because Republicans have closed Congress. Republicans are in charge of Congress. Why would they want to close Congress? Let me explain.
So, you recognize this guy? I mean, we all recognize him right now, don't we? This is him today.
I'd say, Eric,
Jimmy Kimmel Live.
of course, the gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairman. And I'll get to AI in a moment, but I'm not going to miss the opportunity to ask my colleagues, the proponents of free speech across the aisle and the champions.
I'll leave it there. You guys are aware of what they stand for right now. Now that I've painted the picture of this individual who's very into so leaning left that it's scary. It starts getting what we call radical. Now, what does he support? Obviously, you have the rainbow flag, you have a Ukraine flag, and then socks. If you don't know what a pair of socks stands for, a pair of socks means that you are Democrat. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. Just if you don't know, you should know. And he's out here posting things about shooters, and he wants to keep staying in front of the camera, in front of the limelight. I got you here. Okay? Hunter. But let's go to it. This is Hunter. Now, here's the setup, okay? Now we painted the picture. Pay attention.
Now, while I was scrolling Charlie Kirk's video, I noticed that he was touring America, and he was touring universities specifically. And one of these caught my eye because one of these is the university I'm currently going to, and it's the university I'm actually currently recording this video in. And I would love nothing more than to confront him on his own turf about these questions that I have. So I'd suggest you donate to the Unfuck America tour so that me and all of my other content creator buddies here can fucking harass this ghoul. Because he is spreading his hatred and bigotry, and he is targeting the youth of America. So please donate so that we can confront him about the lies that he shares every day. And if you can't donate, please share.
There you go. Him and his buddies. So you got the one I just showed you. Right? Good. This guy lives in Utah, so I had to do a little homework, and I did. I did my homework, and I don't want to dox. That's not the way this is going. You're in the public eye right now, Hunter, but I've got to show you the connection. I've got to put this out there for just a motive of bullshit from you guys to keep promoting hateful rhetoric towards Charlie. So here's your wife. You know Charlie's wife, Erica? The one you guys mock right now? Cool. Here's your wife. Shelby Kozak. I guess she's your wife. It's just, I don't know. Deductive reasoning. Okay. She lives in Orem. This is where the shooting is, right? She's worked for organizations, to give you an example, like Resonance. Is that how you say it? Resonance. Oh my goodness. Resonance, which is going to be in Washington, D.C. If you don't know, that's a USAID funded program. Private funding. Everyone, as you said, I already looked it all up. I saw it all. So she lost her job the minute Trump got into office. This would be a pretty big motivating thing. I've seen them all. I said, okay, so USAID went ahead and gave you guys millions of dollars, millions and millions, 23 million. The company also holds a 23 million USAID blanket purchase agreement. I got you. Other monies, other millions of dollars from USAID. You no longer have it. So I looked who's on the board of directors of where your wife currently works, Utah Lake Authority, where she works now. You guys left D.C. She's here now. And who's over here? Well, right here, Hillary Hungerford. She actually works. She's a professor at the Utah Valley University. You also have right here Mike Mickle, who's a senator, Utah State. I see what's here. I see how you guys do it. And I get it. It all feels like it's a job from the inside. But do you know what's the worst part about this whole thing that I saw when I went to your Discord? I went to your Discord, and it's as if you forgot. You forgot that you leave crumbs. So let me paint this picture for everybody. You've got a disgruntled group of people that are blaming Charlie Kirk for their problems. Okay. Now here's the good stuff. I'm going to have to scroll this one through, okay? Says, I'm going canvassing in Georgia from December 2nd to the 4th. Would love as many people to join me as they can. Message me directly for more information. We want to make sure that people are serious about working and are willing to get involved. Both transportation and housing will be taken care of, all paid for by Destiny. The political streamer. We want to get 51st State Senator Warnock. We're going to be knocking on doors. And if you guys are not familiar with what happened there, that was the time that Herschel Walker was doing a runoff with Senator Warnock, December 2nd and 4th, 2022. That's what was happening. These guys were canvassing. It was paid for by Destiny. We'll get to Destiny in a minute. Don't get me started with this kid, but we will. And Steven, trust me, I'm older than you, Steven. I'll call you a kid all I want. And certainly we act that way on national television like you did the other day. This is Destiny. If you guys are not familiar, Destiny came out with some comments, and here's Hunter separating himself from Destiny. He says, 2.5 years ago, I was also against political violence, by the way. He says, Destiny's opinions are having an obligation to mock Charlie's wife are deranged, sociopathic, and horrific. We can criticize Republican lawmakers for not calling for peace, but restoring for these types of responses is not only ensuring that they won't. Okay, got you. I got you. So you're trying to distance yourself from him. That's what this tweet is all about. Okay. Were you distancing yourself from him when he was paying for all your travel and all your streaming buddies? I already saw the live stream, right after you got back, and how you guys were talking about it and how you took 2 buddies with you and everything. Guys, Destiny is just a gamer. He's just a gamer gone political so he can get more views. And him and that other guy, Hunter, I forget his other name, not this Hunter guy, but Hassan or whoever. A lot of left-leaning people on Twitch and on Kick. They're not allowed around these circles here, but they're everywhere. And let me show you guys something. Okay. That's the Destiny one. Show you this one. So he's dressing up as Charlie Kirk, but that's not the most important thing. I want to show you guys this right here. Is it this one? Yeah. I got to make sure. So right here, don't worry about me if I'm not in the picture. It says, this shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. This is Hunter's post in 2023. Check this link to see if your representative has signed this letter. If not, go to the blank House of Representatives and go and contact their email and paste this message. So they have a script. They're passing around a script between YouTubers that are political, leaning left, and this is proof. I have it here. And if you read the script, you don't even have to go this far. I have the whole damn letter. Here's the letter. And this letter that is being passed around to Joseph R. Biden, the president, it says here, we write to express our concerns regarding the unfolding humanitarian situation in Gaza and Israel's response to Hamas terrorist attacks. We unequivocally condemn Hamas' shocking and horrific terrorist attack on Israel. Okay, so this is Israel-run base. This is an agenda here. These political streamers are passing it around to all their followers. Here's the letter. Here's what I need you guys to do. And here's how it works. So when you don't think that these extremists are in your crowd, you have the extremist from that side. I don't want to go more depth into it if you can't read between the lines here, but there is no doubt about what the motives are to hate Charlie Kirk. These people have a motive. And it's the same motive that people have been trying to hide from you. And I won't stay quiet. Listen up.
Yes, I think that the only way this country moves forward into a better world is when conservatives can finally realize that they need to turn the temperature down on their side. We are 10 years into whatever this Trump madness is, and there is not a single mainstream conservative that will call for a lowering of the temperature on their side. I think that liberals need to wake up and finally realize that if they're not willing to do it, it will never come down. If you wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term.
That is destiny. That's the guy preaching hate. That's the guy that's getting canceled everywhere you go. If you don't know his story, go ahead and just Wikipedia him all you want. And when you go way down here, you're going to find out he got really political, got really heated, and he started making hate statements, guys. After the assassination of Donald Trump, he says, reap what you sow, and I'm here to watch the harvest. That's what he said. He had additional things to say. The rioting needs to effing stop. And if that means that a few redneck white militias, and I don't want to curse, militia dudes out there mowing down the dipshit protesters, and I think that it's okay to torch the buildings at 10 p.m., then at that point, they have my effing blessing, because holy S, man, that's effing S. Need to stop. It needs to stop a long time ago. So now he's promoting violence between the two parties. He's trying to entice violence, and then he comes on to national TV, does the same thing. He has a history of this, okay? A history. Following the Hamas attack on Israel, he expressed his support for Israel, stating Palestinians are opposed to all the Arab countries, blah, blah, blah. I don't even care what he has to say. I'm telling you how bad it is. It's that bad. And it also tells you here, he was the one on the general election, following Biden's election, he was the one canvassing and campaigning for Raphael Warnock, for Warnock himself in 2020-2021 Senate runoffs. Guess what? I just told you who he was taking there. This dude who was asking Charlie the questions. These guys are canvassing. These guys are promoting. These guys are pissed. They're pissed. Don't worry. This guy, he's a blessing. He's been married twice. He has a son. He's openly bisexual. And he's been charged for revenge porn from another YouTuber streamer, whatever. What was that? Was it a Twitch streamer? Political views, sex video that he put out? Listen, it kind of tells you who he is and what he's all about, right? Well, this was just posted 8 hours ago. 8 hours ago. Doesn't it look familiar? The Unfuck America tour. Sorry for cussing. But now he's doing what Charlie was doing, except his crowd's a lot smaller. He's not that good at it. He's a little heated. He's trying to make a couple of pennies on it. Don't worry, no one's going to listen to you. But you're trying to take over Charlie Kirk? You're trying to do the same thing? Let's see how it sounds.
Disagreements, we can have debate, we shouldn't be killing anybody. Donald Trump cannot make these statements. And it is insane to me how much hand-wringing the right wants to do when Donald Trump just won't do it. Do you have like an opinion on that? Or how does that make you feel when Donald Trump won't just come out and say, all of us need to be less violent?
All of us need to be less violent. You needed Donald Trump to say that. It's like you're waiting for permission to do the right thing. You know, I could blame Destiny because he's funding the hate, allegedly, and they've been doing this for a long time. But I'm going to tell you guys something different. This is why I focus on the guy who asked the questions, Hunter. Hunter, I realize that your wife lost her job. I realize that you are bought and paid for by, I guess, Destiny, whoever bought and paid for him to do his platform, his shit. But the motives behind it all, the motives of, I was just there to debate, bullshit. You can't convince me of that, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay? This is your retweet. Your retweet says this. You reposted this. This reminds me of when the internet sleuths thought they solved the marathon, but it turned out to be a wild goose chase of an innocent person. They said this video will convince anyone that they already made up their mind and that they're part of some conspiracy. We're all on a wild goose chase, huh? Aren't we? We're all blaming the wrong guy. And you're happy to admit that. Guys, please pay attention to the kid asking the questions and all of his friends. They all leaned left. They all wanted to wreck the party. They all wanted to crash the party. And one person was radicalized, and that person took his chance to make everyone in the crowd proud. Me? I'm just a dude with a mic and a camera. Marantz, YouTube. Connect the dots. Part 96. Peace.